What is up, my friends? Welcome back to Dark Souls. And now, as you saw there, it's kind of like the first real example of this. You'll notice that after as I came out of that, I had rested at the bonfire. You'll notice that this dude's back. That dude's back. All those dudes are back. As I said earlier, but I didn't really have an example. All the enemies that you killed are now going to be back. All these dudes are back. Everything we cleared out is all back. So sometimes you want to think about if resting is actually going to make sense. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you don't want to do that. So we'll go ahead and go this way. This room can be kind of nasty. The best way to deal with it, I think, is just get a backstab off on somebody, hopefully. Come on, let me get you. Nope. Nope. Oh, God. Yeah, I guess that'll work. Ow. Ow. Oh, God. Flee. Probably go heal now. Nah. Yeah, that room can be pretty nasty. Even if you're, expecting it. Sometimes it just doesn't work out right, so. The easiest way to deal with it is to try to run in and get a backstab. If you can get a backstab on one of them, right here's an item that you might think you can get here. You don't want to. There's a... I don't think we can see him, but there's a pretty nasty guy right there. Over here is a door. We can't open yet. Don't worry about it. We'll get it soon enough. Go in here, clear out these dudes. There's one right there. There's gonna be one around this corner. Done. In here is... what is in here? Ah, more black fire bombs, so we're back up to 10 of those babies. You can purchase those as well, so if you really like them, feel free. Ooh, so what just happened there? You saw we got like a yellow thing, we got an Estus back. Well, we have another Estus, and that's because... oh, another one. That means that somebody at this bonfire over here, the last one we were at, which is right here, that means that somebody restored their humanity at this bonfire. And that gives people that use it like a little bonus, which is pretty cool. Also, you'll notice we only have 7 instead of 10. In order to have 10, we have to... I might as well do it real quick. It's no big deal. Pop a humanity. So in order to have 10 of those, you have to be human at a bonfire. So if you're not human, you have to reverse hollowing. And then you will kindle the bonfire. It costs 1 humanity to do. And lasts the entire game. And now this bonfire will always give us 10 Estus instead of 5. Right now the limit is 10. However, later in the game we get an increase and we can actually have 20 Estus flasks, which is an absurd amount. Like that's so many. Like by the time you face actually you probably won't for ONS, but you could have it for ONS if you wanted. We got another summons we could pull in, but I'm not going to because I'm a cool kid. And a lot of the summons is kind of wonky, like it's not always going to work either, so you got to be kind of careful. That's what I meant about this room. If you kind of can get around this guy and get a backstab in, you can start chaining them together. And that's the best way to deal with that room right there. What are we going to get? A battle axe. Cool. So that's actually the starting class for the Pyro, I believe, is the battle axe. Yeah. And it's actually pretty strong. I'll show you. I'll go kill these guys real quick. I think it'll probably one-hit this guy. Yeah, one-hits things. Which is pretty cool. Makes the area a lot easier if you're, having trouble. But, because I love it so much, we're going to stick with my bandit's knife. Right here... oh, is he already aggroed on us? Looks like he is. So what I would do here is go ahead and throw on some of your fire bombs. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Oh, he's going to actually come in. Okay, cool. Well, whatever. I kicked. Yeah, kick. Gotta love when you accidentally kick stuff. So what I would do here is... I think this should... hold on, let me continue using all my Estus. About there, probably? No. Well, we got one of them. Ow. You can actually get them both. I think you can just do it without aiming. As you saw there, eventually you'll actually break the guard too. So if you keep whacking at a dude, you'll eventually break his guard. And it's a very inefficient way to do it, but you can do it that way. I don't know why I'm using the black fire bombs here. They're actually massive overkill for this, but off you go. Oh, is he? What? 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 Oh, is it? Wow. He's actually in between. I didn't even know you could freaking go there. What? That's weird. I've never seen that. I didn't even know you can go right here. Don't know why you'd want to, but okay. Cool. Things you didn't know before that. Oh, no, up. Oh, are we? No, there we go. Okay. Alright, so before you go on, I want to go up this tower. And like I said, this is another example of you kind of want to explore the area before you run past it. Because otherwise, you'd run past this guy, you'd be over here dealing with these dudes, and you're going to have an archer standing here shooting you in the back of the head. Always annoying. Never advise it. So right here, what we're going to do is, actually, we can probably just kill him from a distance. Probably kill this guy too, actually, if we get up here a little height. A little more distance. That should do it. And this is an example of just, might as well use the shit you got. We have a bunch of black fire bombs. We're probably never going to use them for any reason anyway, so you might as well just use them here. Make everything a little bit easier on yourself. And here's a really helpful thing. Gold pine resin, also in pretty short supply in the game. You can farm it, it's just kind of a pain in the butt. And you can also buy it from everyone. Pretty much everyone sells it, but they only sell you a limited amount. So up here I want to show this cool feature. Don't go down there, we'll go up there, we'll go down there in a second. But if you run up here, you can actually do that. You can just run up next to the barrel. I'm assuming what you're supposed to do is drop down this section. You're like, oh, he's throwing a barrel at me. I'll drop down here. Usually what I just do, like the first time I did, I just ran over here. Over here is the Black Knight. This is the first Black Knight in the game. We're going to go ahead and kill him right now, obviously. These guys are pretty nasty if you're new to the game. The only efficient way to deal with them at this point is going to be backstabs and parries. Just because they take almost no damage at this point in the game. I'll show you when we get up. What I would advise doing if you can get a backstab here is to do it. If you don't, get out of here. Don't fight him in here. This is a bad place to fight him. Clear the area before you come down here. Run all the way up here. And this is usually the area I fight him in. Just give yourself some room to maneuver. As you'll see here, my attacks do 7 damage. However, he's parryable, and parries do a lot of damage. He's also backstabbable. So, you can backstab him, and I think I'm in bad position, but if you do it right, you can actually chain your backstabs. Like that. And very easily and very efficiently kill him. Or you can be a cool kid and parry him. He doesn't have a ton of unique attacks. They're all pretty well, you know, there's no like super quick attacks that you can't easily parry. Or walk around him like that and backstab him if you want to. He hits pretty hard though, so you need to be careful. Because he can kill you if you're not paying attention. And if you ever need a heal, the best way to do it, I think, is kind of go up here. He'll follow you. Go right there and then heal. Because he's going to go up there and do a little drop off. And then he does that, and then you can heal if you need to. And basically it's just a matter of learning his attack pattern. And if you don't have to parry him or backstab him, it's just the easiest way. Let's see what we get. Oh, we got a shield. Cool. Okay. So those guys have drops, random drops. He can drop the sword he's using or the shield. There are a bunch of different ones throughout Lore Drawn we'll run into. They all drop different weapons. The shield is pretty good. It's got huge. It's 100% physical and it's got massive fire defense. It does weigh 6 and you need 16 strength to use. But it looks really cool. It's a cool shield. Obviously we can't hold it because we're not strong enough. But that's actually cool. That's a lucky drop because that's not a guaranteed drop at all. So, and we got a Titanite. What was that? Titanite chunk? Titanite shard? Chunk, which is actually not going to be used for a long time. But hey, We did get a bunch of souls off it, so totally worth it in my book. I always make it my first playthrough. I fought him probably for about an hour before not all in one fight, but like I was fighting him continuously, like dying and fighting him for about an hour. And it's such a satisfying feeling when you first kill that guy. We just picked up a ring, which I'm not going to throw on. You'll see it's called the blue tearstone ring. Boosts defense while HP is low. Sounds really good. It's not actually. It's just not. The way it works is when you're at low health, I believe it's under like a quarter health. You get this aura and a buff that increases your defenses. The problem is that doesn't. If you get hit, like if a hit would take you to a quarter, say you got hit, you're full health, and it does 90% of your health. None of that defense is applied on that hit. It's all applied after, which is almost pointless because if he just hit you for 90% of your health, unless that thing reduces it by 81 or more percent, which it doesn't, you're still going to die anyway. If it took into account the attack that actually caused it, it would probably be really great. It does not, and so it is not, and so we will never use it for any reason. At this point, the only reason I'd put it on is just because I don't have any on, but I don't even care. Now we're going to come up here, right here, in this thing. Break this open, you're going to see a little lizard. A crystal lizard, in fact. 2 twinkling titans. That's okay. So these guys, unlike in Dark Souls 3, and I think 2 as well, and I believe Bloodborne, these guys drop random. So that one sometimes will drop different stuff. Basically, these guys are scattered all over the game. You'll be able to see them because they're shiny. They don't attack or anything. They'll try and run from you. I think this one is pretty much guaranteed just to show you what it is. But if you see one, you're going to want to try and kill it. A lot of times they'll lead you into an ambush, though. So you do have to kind of be careful about where you're going. And also keep in mind that if you were to quit game and reload, those will be reset back to their spot. So if you miss one and you saw where it started, we know this one was right here, we can load back in, come right here, and it'll be here, and we can start attacking right away. You can also do that with enemy positions, which we'll take advantage of later, but for now, not a big deal. In here, though, we've got our first real boss of the game, after a tiny detour up this ladder, which I didn't know about my first time playing, and I got killed by these two assholes right up here. I call these guys Shooty and Dickhead. Well, no, they're both dickheads, but deal with them first, because otherwise, again, they're going to be shooting you. What'd we get? What'd we get? Hollow soldier armor. Cool, so we have 2 pieces of their armor already. Their armor looks terrible. It's actually better than ours, but it looks stupid. So you'll see here, the big reason it's better, not only are most of the stats a little higher, it's got poise. Poise we'll get into later. But I can't wear it because I think it looks like a freaking goon. So we'll just stick with our cool leather armor. And this boss up here, there's a couple ways to deal with him. I will show you all of the ways, really. The way I do it is usually just charge him and attack him. The way most people tell new players to do it, I'll show you, and then yeah. So one piece of advice is you probably want to throw on your gold pine resin. I'm not going to, but you probably do. So what you do is run over here. As soon as you see him jump, just skedaddle back here. Go back up this ladder, and he's gonna run his way over here, nice and slow for you. You should have time to get up this ladder. He's gonna do that. You're gonna do this. Do the legendary plunging attack for massive damage to his weak point. And then usually what I'll do is run under his legs and get back over here. Now, you can fight him on this bridge. If I can get him to do this, I'll show you the way I did it the first time I played. So if I can get him to attack here, come on. Dodge his attack, run back here. Now, running back up here is not a good idea because he's going to be right behind you, and he can hit you while you're climbing, which he will here. No, he missed. Okay. You can try your drop attacks again, but after the first one, he's pretty much always going to jump straight up and hit you. A little tip though is if you stand here, he'll jump up and try and kill you. You can actually fight him up here, which gives you like a little bit more, you know, range. Oh, I got hit. That was embarrassing. A little bit more movement. You won't jump off the side of a cliff. Ow, that was dumb. So you'll notice I'm not doing a lot of damage. Wow, I'm doing a tiny amount of damage. That's absurd. Ow. Why? Why am I missing my dodges today, man? Oh no! Trash. So that's what'll happen. If you mess around, bosses will kill you. So now I'll show you. So I just wanted to show you that if you're uncomfortable fighting him on the bridge, you totally don't have to. You can totally just fight him off on the side there, or hit him with the attack, get like 300 damage on him. Go away. Go fight him up there where you have more room to dodge. You know, if you're using a shield, that's a lot better idea because you have room to maneuver and stuff. I don't want to die here, so I'm going to try and not die. Try to not die. Try to not die. Try to not die. So this is what I'm doing here is not fighting every enemy because I'm just lazy. As a new player, I would advise you just fighting your way back through there. A, because you're not going to know the attack patterns and you aren't going to be confident in dodging probably. And B, it's just better to get some combat experience. Like if you're speedrunning this game, you will just you know how everything works. You're not going to care. You can run by the whole game. Oh, we got another drop. What did he give us today? Another helm. We already have one. Oh, another drop. Another armor. That's great. So as you can see here, first example I'll show. Well, I guess I did it earlier, but you can see your souls are up here. Pick them up. We don't get our we get our humanity back. I think we got that back, but we don't get like actual humanity, so we're down to humanity. What we're gonna do here though is after you clear these guys, I think the easiest way to deal with this guy. Hello, how's this dude walking down there? That's weird. Oh, we must be walking back to his spawn. Oh yeah, because that's where we came from. So there's where the sniper is. Easiest way to deal with this guy is two-hand your weapon. Run up here. Throw your stuff on, and then just get up on him. And dodge his attack, and then just wail away. Notice how much more damage we're doing now. Just dodge his attacks, wail away. Easy. And that was with a level 1 weapon. So, You also notice there that he suddenly took like an extra chunk of damage. That was actually because of the the effect this thing has to cause bleed. It's mostly noticeable on big enemies that after you hit them a while, they have like an invisible bleed build-up bar, and over time you'll eventually cause them to bleed. So pretty cool, pretty handy, and yeah. So that's how I deal with him. Like I have trouble dodging his attacks from range. Like if you get right up under him, it's a lot easier to dodge. Kind of a tip for a lot of bosses in this game is get right under them. Stay on their butt. Right here though, we got a dude. We're gonna meet Mr. Solaire. If you know about this game, you know that he's pretty much the #1 meme of the game.
Ah, hello. I am now.
So he's gonna ask if we want to perform some jolly cooperations. So yes, I would. Yes. What was the decision? Absolutely. So that got us the white soapstone. That's going to allow us to play multiplayer. Well, kind of. We could already do that. As you saw, we could already summon people in. Now we can leave our sign to be summoned. I don't know how well that'll work because I've tried it before, and on one of the other starts that I scratched of the Dark Souls Complete, I sat there for like 15 minutes with nothing happening. So now when you get down here, you'll come over here and you go, oh, it's locked. Then you'll go probably wander out here, And, well, I'm going to kind of spoil it. There's a dragon. The dragon we saw earlier is going to burn this bridge. You can kind of see by all the burnt shit. The easiest way to deal with this, well, the fastest, I think you can just, yeah, I don't think you have to do this, but the way I do it is just run down here, hold your sprint, kind of bait these guys out to the left, go around them, you'll hear the dragon, get around this corner, and you're safe right here. You have enough time to do it, as long as you're wearing medium armor, so no big deal. Who's shooting at me? Someone survive? Oh, that dude survived. How? That's amazing. Okay. But yeah, so the way you actually want to go is right down this way. Right here, kick down this ladder, and that's going to lead you to where you started the game. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and grab the weapon that I'm going to be using most of the time, because it's right here, so no big deal. And then we'll end this one off. So come deal with this guy. Obviously, as the levels go on, the enemies get stronger. So, ow. Parry, and off the side of the thing you will go. Goodbye. Oh, give me that. Oh, I got the spear. Cool. One less weapon I have to deal with later. So, usually if you're online, you'll see this. Try jumping off. Don't do that. If you come over here, you'll see the dragon's tail. What you're going to want to do here is, if you have a bow, any kind of bow will do, you will equip the bow, equip the arrows, and this game, pretty much all dragon enemies are going to have a mechanic where you can cut off their tail or damage their tail to get a weapon. This is true of this Drake, even though he's not a true dragon, and we're going to do it. The easiest way to do it is kind of hang out here. Another tip, when you push the left bumper to get in here, if you push that, as though you can see me, if you hold the up D-pad, you can zoom in and zoom out with the down. So, what you want to do here is kind of get your timing right and take out his tail. I think we can get another shot too right here. No, I missed. I'll not do that. So just keep doing that, and I'll cut ahead to when we actually get it, and I'll see how many arrows it takes. Uh-oh. I've missed so many that I don't know. I only have 2 shots left. I don't know if this is actually going to take his tail off. Oh god, we only have 1 left. I really hope this works. I don't actually know how many you need to do this. I was trying to count, and I lost count because I kept missing. Oh, let's pray to RNGesus that this is enough. Okay, well, that's awkward. We're gonna have to go chop his tail off the old-fashioned way. This is actually possible. I really don't want to die here, though. This would really suck if I died here. So what you want to do, if you run out of arrows, well, what I would do is just go buy more. We could go buy more. No, we're going to do this the man way. So we're going to run over here. We're going to try and get him to do his terrifying fire attack right there. Yep. So what we want him to do is land. One of the animations he does, not that one, eventually he'll stop breathing fire. We could also do this if we threw a knife at him from this distance, I believe. I think this will work. I don't know if this will hit him from here, but hope I missed. Probably maybe about there. Nope. There he goes. So you can actually chop his tail off if you're careful. Except he's going to do his fire death attack. We're going to die. Actually, we might not die. We might be able to get back in here and hide. Ah! Terrifying. Scary. So I guess I showed something I didn't mean to show. We'll go back and get that tail at a later date, I guess. I was going to show that later anyway, that you can actually come over here and do this. He'll fly away. You can come get all these items. And over here, you actually you get a claymore, which is pretty cool. You can actually, there's a bonfire here. There's also, I don't know if the altar is available yet, but you can go here. And later on, this becomes important. What was that noise? Don't know. Later on, this becomes important, and we get a pretty cool little shortcut that you can, might as well just open while you're here. In addition to a bonfire, which we will rest here. That'll respawn everything here. No, we won't. What I'm going to do is go buy some more arrows, and then I will be right back and show you what it's like to cut his tail off. Because I'm dumb, and I ran out of arrows. I probably needed like 2 more as well. So, don't miss your arrows. Oh, also, he'll come back if you... There you go. If you run over this way, he should come back. I think. Usually when you come over here and you go to leave again, you can trigger him to come back. Maybe? Okay. I know you can make him come back. I think if we run all the way out as though this was the first time in the area. So run. Why is he not coming back today? That's really annoying. Usually he'll come back. Maybe it's because I didn't rest. Maybe resting is key. I'm not sure. I'll be right back, guys. Since we're here, I'm going to buy those. I'm also going to buy the all this stuff. So, just wanted to let you guys know that I'm buying all of that while I'm here. So, see you guys back at the dragon. There we go. So it only took 14 shots, which is weird because that means I didn't hit very many shots. So you notice his tail's now cut off, and we got an item. We got the Drake Sword. This is possibly the best early game weapon in the game. It's very special in that if you look in here, it has no scaling, no parameter bonuses, but it has a very high damage. It starts at 200. Not as high as the Gravelord Sword, but it's also a lot easier to get than the Gravelord Sword. We're going to use this a little bit, and I'm going to show you right now. Actually, I'm going to run over here, show you on this guy over here why this weapon is so good. Well, that didn't show you. Let's show you over here. It gives you a defensive boost. You see over there, when we're not holding it, we don't have that shield. It grants us defensive bonuses. If we go over here and deal with these stupid rats, it does a ton of damage. Massive amount of damage for this point in the game. Insane damage. Also, I might as well show you before I end this one off. If you come over this way, this is the intended way you're supposed to go, down here. You actually come out, and let me deal with. I'll show you the damage this thing does on a guy. So, you know what we normally do to him. Now we're one-shotting him easily. It's super good. What are you going to give us? A longsword. Cool, another weapon. But this will actually take you over here. Normally, this is where that gate was. Normally, this is locked. That's why I was showing you. If you run past the dragon, you actually get a really nifty little shortcut here. The only downside with the Drake Sword is it's very, very heavy. Compared to 6, it's 5 heavier than what we've been using. So if you're going to use this, what you probably want to do is strip down as much as you need to even throw away your shield. I wouldn't advise that for a new player. We'll do it just because, you know, I kind of know what I'm doing. I don't need the parry as much right now. The other thing this does is if you are holding it with 2 hands and you push the right bumper or the right trigger, this happens. And that is super strong and comes in really handy a little bit later. But until that point, you won't know what it is. I mean, you might if you know about the game, but... So yeah, so that is our first real boss was done in this episode. We got a lot of cool stuff, got a really good sword. We got all kinds of fun stuff. So on the next episode, we will continue on, and we will get, well, we'll meet a very important character. So I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.